Hello everyone, this is Carla again, and I am back with a new video. And I just would like to reiterate that this is a very inclusive channel, so I'm going to give a special hello and shout out to my low visioned viewers and subscribers. So the screen is going to change for you. And now I'm going to give a special hello and shout out to my hard of hearing viewers. So, all viewers, are you thinking about Halloween yet? Are you excited? You ready for some candy? Well, you may be thinking, what do disabled kids do? What can disabled adults do for this holiday? Well, you've come to the right place. That's the very topic of this channel. As normal, there's a lot to unpack and delve into, so let's get started. 3, 2, 1. All right, before we officially get started, I would just like to say welcome and thank you so much for subscribing to some of my new subscribers. It is going to be a screen with some of y'all's name on it. Thank you so much. And again, if you are a subscriber, henceforward, you put it in the comments below, you put your name, I'll definitely give you a nice little shout out in my next video. Or you can just subscribe and I'll get the notification if your name is like registered in YouTube, and I'll do it that way as well. Unless you don't want me to, and again, put that in the comments. Well, anyway, let's officially get started with this video. Halloween for the disabled kids and adults. So, I did a video about Easter for disabled individuals, so please check that out. There's going to be some topics that I'm not going to go over too much because, again, that information is in that video about Easter. And also, I did another video about traveling with a disability. So, please check those two videos out after this one. So, Halloween is a little bit different, and this video is going to be curtailed to that. The holiday is a little bit different. There's clothing involved and neighborhoods and traveling, so let's kind of organize it a little bit in terms of the costumes, which is one of the tenements. The principal ideas of Halloween is the costume, right? So if you have a disability, I would just recommend, number one, think about incorporating that into your costume and not necessarily be ashamed of anything or hiding it under some bulkiness like a sheet or anything, even though that can be beautiful as well. A nice angel. Side note, actually was an angel the last time I wore a costume for Halloween. Utilized my wheelchair with it, and I actually won a costume contest on my former job. So it definitely can be done and beautifully done at that when it's done. So again, think about incorporating any mobility aids like a wheelchair, cane walker, or guide stick, incorporating that into the costume. For example, I've seen costumes where there was someone dressed as a skeleton and they had like a hand in their hand, like something fell off. It was super humorous and super cute. I've seen wheelchair users that I remember one year. Let me give it an example. My mother actually put kind of like cardboard over my wheelchair so she could kind of decorate the outside of it. I think I was like Snoopy or something. It was like a plane. She decorated it, and again, I won. But that's all thanks to my wonderful mother and her geniosity. All right, next, please think about the fit of the costume and movement. So remember, you're going to be trick or treating out and about in a neighborhood or public space. So you're going to be hustling and jostling and moving all around. So make sure you think about that when considering a costume and how it fits. And even some of these manufacturers of the costumes make their costumes on a one size fits all, or make sure you're checking the size charts to get your measurements if you're getting it from an outside source and not making it yourself. So please take those things into consideration. All right, next and last for costumes, please just remember to have fun with it and be as spooky and creepy as you'd like to be, but not to stress too much about it. Remember, there have been many characters that have been associated with Halloween that literally had on just, let's say, a lumberjack shirt and jeans. Or you can go be as sophisticated as you like and dress as Marie Antoinette or something, more complicated. Again, especially if you're utilizing your mobility aid. And again, please give yourself some time to make certain adjustments to your costumes if needed, especially if you are, let's say, missing a limb or would like to add some lights to your costume if you're low visioned or just anything like that. Always plan. Not like me, I can be a little bit of a procrastinator. So, all right. So we're moving on from the costumes. Now we're going to go to the actual trick or treating. Yes, that part of it, which we love to get what we really want, which is the goods. Okay, so this is where I would say to maybe refer to my older video about Easter or traveling with a disability. Again, just to think about some of those planning aspects to traveling, or especially if it's a new environment or even an older environment. You're going to be traveling to people's potentially people's homes, at least to the door of different houses and properties. So just make sure it's nice and accessible for you and plan ahead accordingly. Now, in terms of actually getting to someone's place or property, you may want to give a call ahead of time or try to plan when you're going to be trick or treating to get those times in place. So maybe a neighbor or homeowner can meet you in, let's say, on a part of their property that is flat and accessible. Like if you're using a wheelchair or a mobility aid or even a walking stick, maybe the homeowner can meet you. And please keep in mind that you're going to be out at night, so you may want to definitely put on some reflectors and make sure you're nice and street safe, sidewalk safe, so others can see you as well. I know some wheelchairs, manual and electric, have reflectors that you can buy at even like a dollar store or Walmart. You can get reflectors to help you be as visible as possible while you're traveling at night. Or another option is to definitely travel with a buddy or family member, associate, friend, anyone that can help you sort of navigate your surroundings to get the treats. And I'd just like to give a special shout out to those that are, I'll say, neurodiverse, to make sure let someone know if you need to take a break, if you get overwhelmed. To know someone and to be their friend, or more than that, is to really to love them. So if they know that about you, then they would understand. If again, if this is something new, it doesn't happen every day of the year, so it's going to be a lot of sights and sounds and different sensories, could be overwhelmed. So please take the breaks you need, or just prepare ahead of time. Prepare for the unexpected. People want to be spooky and scary, and that's absolutely fine. And maybe you want to be too. So just everyone be as safe as you can and have as much fun with it. One more thing I'd like to add, the last thing, in regards to the candy itself, especially if you need help grabbing things or holding on to things, or if, let's say, you go to a lot of houses and your little pitcher can make it a little heavy for your hands, especially if you don't have a lot of strength in your hands. It's, again, maybe good to have a buddy with you, someone that can help you, buddy, family member, friend, or anyone you like can sort of travel with you, or maybe you can travel in a group. Maybe someone can just hold the candy. Not everyone wants to be in a costume. Maybe someone could just be the muscle. So please keep that in mind, that the pail may get heavy. And you may want to ask the person that gives the candy, or the homeowner, property owner, what the candy is, or quote unquote treat is, to make sure that, especially if you have food allergies, or if you have any, again, if you're low visioned or something, you may want to ask those questions just so you can know what you're getting, know what you're eating, so it won't be too much of a surprise. That is all that I have for the trick or treating part, and I sort of covered the candy part too. So, and one more thing in terms of the candy, I would say, when you finally get home after having your fun, to make sure that you divide your candy up. And especially if you have food sensitivities, or someone in your household has food sensitivities, or if you're watching your diet or you have dietary restrictions, please make sure that you can sort of divide your candy out so everyone can enjoy whatever they are able to enjoy. You maybe, if you're, let's say, low vision, you can have a container that's, let's say, the sweet jar, and maybe the not so sweet jar or container. Okay, so that's about all that I had for Halloween in terms of being disabled, the tips and tricks to help you navigate Halloween. I know I love that holiday as a child, so I had a lot of fun being spooky. So and I would just like to give an honorary mention to the fall festivals, or those events going on, like an alternative to Halloween, because totally understand not everyone's gonna celebrate Halloween. So I would just say again, refer to that video about Easter in regards to fall festivals or fall festival planning. Again, just make sure, in summation or summary, just make sure the place is nice and accessible for those that may need any accommodations, and think about a buddy system, for getting treats, or, rides or anything like that. And this is for Halloween and fall festivals. If you are planning something, please make sure to at least invite or ask someone that may be different to be a part of that planning committee, so you can get that feedback and no one can feel left out. Because that's what this is all about, including this channel, is to make everyone feel included, and we all deserve to have those opportunities, those monumental moments in our lives where we can feel included, and to celebrate those wonderful memories. So I'm just going to end with a few questions. How do you like Halloween? What do you think of this video? Do you have anything to add to this conversation? If so, please put it in the comments below. And remember, if you subscribe, so please let me know in the comments so you can be featured in an upcoming video. That is all that I have. I have a lot more videos to come. It's a lot going on. It's such a wonderfully magic time of year. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and of course subscribe. Carpe diem the best way you can. Goodbye.